metal. It's not as hard as you might think. You can move metal really easily when you know how to do it. I love making jewelry because it's wearable art. My name is Laura Heiden, and I am a jewelry designer and owner of Fence Jewelry. My studio is in a seed corn warehouse in Rushford, Minnesota. On any given day, we have a lot of corn and soybean growers in and out of here. It's weird, but it's not so different than the eclectic mix of my jewelry. This is a corn kernel and soybean ring. I wouldn't say weird, I would say it's unique and novel. Definitely novel. So I'm going to saw this shape out of this piece of silver. I grew up in Rushford, Minnesota. Grew up on a farm. After college, I had been working in agricultural business and then went to grad school and worked in a couple of different corporate marketing management roles until about a year and a half ago when I decided to take the entrepreneurial leap and went to jewelry school. And after that, set up my studio and started my business, and now I'm designing. So now I am going to set a white diamond into a sterling silver pendant. I have always needed a creative outlet, even when I was doing everything in the corporate marketing world. I knew that I needed to make this change because I was not content working in an office and couldn't see myself doing that for the next 30 years or so. I won't lie. It's tricky. So no time like the present, and I took the jump. So now that's what it looks like. Revere Academy in San Francisco had a wonderful reputation, and they have a lot of different programming options. Everything from hand fabricating, filing, soldering, finishing, basics in terms of setting stones, everything from start to finish. And it was during that period of time I was like, oh, I'm so in love with this. I think when I was working in the marketing capacity that I realized that, I think in pictures all the time. I will have a vision for what, for example, our logo should look like. Think about the average business logo. There's absolutely a strategy to the psychology behind that in how it's composed. And that is really not so different than when I design a piece of jewelry for a client. Jewelry is really meaningful to people. Jewelry fills a void. It's a wearable form of art. And so when I get to make that happen, and I get to be creative at the same time in the designing process, it's so fulfilling. I mean, totally different than what I was doing before. I have new inspiration every day, and I often find it in very simple things. In southeastern Minnesota, the hills are so amazing and the landscapes are so amazing. Every time I walk outside, I'm inspired. But also in urban areas, same thing. I walk outside and there's inspiration everywhere. I can take something that I've seen that's interesting, or I've captured it in a photo, and I can transfer that into a piece of metal. I go for walks with my camera and take pictures of everything. Fence lines, fence posts. So that is where the name Fence Jewelry came from. And I have a foot pedal underneath here, which enables me to regulate the speed. If you recognize that sound, you've probably heard it at the dentist. There's some cool things I do with my design process to take a concept and actually put it on paper in a sketch form. And then there's a whole nother step in, okay, what are the right materials? What's the right metal? What's the right stone? What's the right finish? And how do I get from here to there? There you can see it, it's really starting to shine. So it's matching all of that together to get the desired end result. Actually making jewelry by hand absolutely is a lost art. You will not find many hand forging tree stumps around. That's really, really unique to the trade. This is a vise, and this is a bracelet mandrel. And then this is a hammer that I use mostly when I do hand forging pieces like this. With the wrong move of your hand or the tool, one piece can be wrecked in just a second. Occasionally things will go wrong and you'll have to start over. That's definitely, so there's a lot of patience that comes into play, but also a high level of attention to detail and perfection is important too. Our world today, in the commercial jewelry industry, most all of it is manufactured, and most of that is manufactured overseas. It's great when people patronize local artists and local business owners, and it's giving back to the community and runs full circle, and I strongly believe that. I love to be able to design different styles of jewelry that make people feel good and enhance their style and who they are, which is often also a reflection of who they are inside. I love it when they gasp for air. When they're like, oh my goodness, that's amazing. It's so rewarding. Right there, that's where the reward is. That's why I started Fence Jewelry, was to put all that together, to have an outlet for my inspiration, but also to help people take their style to the next level, and recognizing that everyone is drawn to different things. Whether it be classic, clean, traditional, or bold, embellished designs that they can wear and have a wearable piece of art that speaks to who they are and their place in the world.